Hey, raise your hand if you're not going to class in today.
Wow.
That is actually more.
Okay.
Raise your hand if you're going to Harding.
No,
Prep or fine art?
Raise your hand if you think this is not important right now. Okay. So, Incenter. Okay, Incenter. I just said raise your hand if you think these questions aren't important right now.
Raise your hand if you
About Klassen and Harding and all
Raise
that.
your hand if you think Raymond is not in the back.
I've got 9 minutes, and I will make you late. I don't care.
Everyone shush. This is supposed to be respectful.
I agree.
Just like your son.
The angle bisectors. The angle bisectors of the angles of a triangle intersect at a point called the incenter. So, circumcenter deals with what kind of bisectors? Perpendicular bisectors, so they are bisecting the legs of a triangle. The incenter is dealing with angle bisectors. So not the legs, not the sides, but now the angles. Okay? The incenter is always equidistant from the sides. Yes. So the same point, but now we're talking, so there's 3 points coming from perpendicular, there's 3 points coming from angle. They will be the same point in the center, yes, because they're all equidistant. When we're talking specifically about circumcenter and incenter, yes. We'll get to others that aren't necessarily always perpendicular. Use the diagram to the left to answer the following questions. List the angle bisectors. So we've got AP. We've got BP. And we've got CP.
So we have AP tests, blueprints, and cementing paste.
Cementing paste.
What is cementing paste?
You'd be
Material in art.
okay.
CP
Stop.
stands for.
Oh my god, dude.
Okay. Name the incenter. It would be P, and then list all congruent segments.
Would it be like EBP is congruent to DBP? Angle.
So, with all these congruent segments, okay, first, we could start with all of the perpendicular bisectors. Okay, so DP is congruent to EP. So if we go back to the first page, okay, the perpendicular bisectors are always, the circumcenter is always equidistant from the vertices, okay? When we're talking about incenter, it's always equidistant from the sides, okay? Which means that your perpendicular bisectors are going to be congruent. Okay. So we've got DP and EP, and actually we should just connect this one to have a third one since they are all three congruent to each other to FP. Okay. Nice. So all three of these are congruent to each other. Okay. Then you would also have the ones that we've already done on the front. You have AD is congruent to BD. Okay. You'd have BE is congruent to CE. And then AF is congruent to CF, excuse me. Yeah, my voice is not. It will get better probably over the weekend. So.
Wait, so does that mean on the front that? Does that mean on the front that CP is congruent to BP and AP?
Oh yeah, I didn't even put that on there, and it should have been. So flip back to the front, because that's the end of our notes from Incenter. I needed to add one more thing to number 3. My apologies, I got ahead of myself. So the same thing that we just talked about, okay? AP is congruent to, so I guess we could do 4 lines for these just so that you can see them. Okay, AP is congruent to BP, which is congruent to CP. Okay, now if you flip those letters around, it won't bother me one bit. Okay, so let's look at number 1. We still got a few minutes. Okay, so some of you that are about to leave, you can at least get this first one. It says Z is the circumcenter of triangle TUV. Okay, so let's use some of the measurements that they have listed right here to figure out A through E on number 1. Go ahead and start working on that right now and see what you can come up with.
What is the 15 showing?
So the 15 is showing WZ. The 21 is showing VZ. Okay. 21 is with the VZ, 15 is with the WZ.
How do we get TV? Yeah. Where do you? I got it.
Do you?
Yeah. Oh, never mind. I thought I did, and then I remembered those aren't angles.
Yeah,
I got UZ though.
I had UP.
Yeah. But how do you get TZ? Yeah, how do you get TZ?
Uh,
TZ.
TZ is given to you.
Is it the 15 one?
So your angle bisectors are all going to be congruent to each other. So if you look at your incenter side, okay, on the circumcenter side, all your angle bisectors are going to be congruent to each other. Yeah. Sorry, did I mishear you? WZ is 15, and the VZ is 20. Sorry.
Oh, now I got it.
You
You kidding me?
I put it up on the board that we were going to talk about.
Yeah. Oh.
Okay, if you are stuck on WV and TV, try using the Pythagorean theorem.
What is that?
Pythagorean theorem is a... So, real quick, okay? Okay, so if we have... Yeah, let me just say this real quick. Okay, just real quick. Don't leave yet. Okay, real quick. Pythagorean theorem, okay, is a squared plus b squared equals c squared. The c... Hey! Quit being rude. Be quiet. C squared is always the hypotenuse, which is the side opposite of the right angle. Okay? So see if you can use these perpendicular bisectors right here to help you get the length of those legs. You can round if you need to. 1 decimal point's fine.
I got the homework.
Yes, if you need the homework, it is right here. Only do the odds.
Mr. B. Alright, once we have the homework, are we good to leave?
Yes, y'all can go.
See you guys.
Bye, guys.
What? No. How did you just write your name? You just go.
Yeah, it's so funny.
Yeah.
So funny. We're just gonna have funny if we leave. It's so funny. There's a lot of stay quiet, guys.
You're looking for WB. Okay. The way that you would need to set it up.
This looks like paper airplane. No, I don't know why. We go on to okay. So
That's my home.
through that means, okay? Mr. Bennett, we go on to 3. Also, I would just like to say that I got the Pythagorean theorem before you said anything. I was like, oh.
Yeah. That's okay. I'm gonna walk through it. All right, guys. So on number 1, okay, let's say you're looking for WV. Okay. If you were looking for WV, if I kind of separate out that triangle, that is terrible. A little better. Okay, so if I'm separating it out, I've got 15 over here. And what I'm looking for right now is WV. Okay, I'm looking for letter D. So you got 15 right here. I would make this my B squared. And then my C squared is 21. Right? Okay. So, well, my C. Those are A, B, and C. Okay. So now when I'm going to plug them in, I'm going to have 15 squared plus B squared equals 21 squared. Okay.
Didn't she say?
Y'all are supposed to take your stuff.
Yeah.
She said this morning. By who? Oh, okay. But she said this morning to take your stuff.
3 points, Miss Webster.
Mr. Bennett, can I read my bag? I don't remember my locker count.
Sure. I've got plenty of room in here.
Wait, I hope Franklin is.
Okay, so well, I'll just pull up my calculator.
Mr. Bennett, can I leave my bag here? It won't fit in my locker.
Sure.
Thank you, Mr. Bennett.
Yep. Okay, so if you
Oh, your voice is got voice.
I know it's gonna go fast. So we've got 15 squared, okay, which is gonna come out to be 225 plus B squared equals 21 squared, which comes out to be 441. And now you got to do algebra, okay? So now I'm trying to get B all by itself, okay?
So we move the 225.
Exactly. So you move the 225 first. You didn't ask permission, Kira. You bring down your B squared.
216.
You do 441 minus 225 to give you 216. Okay.
Wait. And now we have to do the square root.
And now to get rid of the exponent, you have to take the square root of both sides.
14.69.
So I was right. I just thought I was wrong because it was a weird number.
Okay, so you take the square root of both sides. The radical will cancel out your exponent and leave you with B equals, what did we say, 16? 14, excuse me. 14.7 is fine. You can just round up, okay, on this.
And then that's W.
And that's your WV.
So I did it right. I just thought I was wrong because it was a weird number and not a whole number.
Mm-hmm. And yeah, that's all right. And so for your TV, okay, because that perpendicular bisector bisected that segment, because you know what WV is,
We just multiply by 2.
just
C
multiply
squared
by
minus A
2.
squared equals
That would make it.
29 points.
29
No.
29.
Hey, my guess of 15 was pretty close to 14.7.
Oh,
Okay, so for number 1, we should have TU should be 38.
what was the number
Hold on just a second. 38.
You got the equal sign.
Okay, VY
It always kind of be different.
is going to come out to 17. C is going to come out to what? Well, this is the first problem, Rocco. It's okay. We'll keep working on it. I believe Thomas Edison was known to have failed 1,000 times before he got the light bulb right. So we'll be okay. Okay. WV is 14.7. And then TV should have been 29 point, we'll say 4.
Okay, I said 3.
I would like for you to try number. I would like for you to try number 2 on your own.
It's doing small things. I know.
Wait, so what is okay on number 2? What is the 1365?
The 13 is for BH.
Really,
So
Michelle? How do we have to do 2? It's so much math.
Yeah, sorry.
It's okay.
You say that to Miss Riley last semester when you had to write.
Yes, I did actually.
And is the 3 SH?
No, it's actually the angle.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, it is. So I need to find out. So I need to find out the age. So what is the equation that I need to figure out?
Bless you.
The age.
Mr. Beignet, what do you want to finish? Dude. So does that mean that yes, do you want us to do 3? That means that EH is FH and GH. Okay.
How do I even get the square root of 216? All it is 6 times the square root of 6. Sorry, I'm not gonna write it. I understand it.
I was thinking 13, I wanted to start stopping. Too late.
But I am not
I'm
It's 13 plus 7.
Oh, I did. I did.
So, CD.
Oh, I'm going to see H because I need DH.
Flora.
I want to.
So what they're talking about
Oh, wait, yeah.
So I need to add
That one.
okay.
Three.
Yeah.
Equals 6 squared. And then next. Wait, but this doesn't work. Yes, it does work. Okay. Oh, I gotta add them together. Can you not see my calculator?
Sorry.
218. Basically,
it's not.
It's square root, isn't it?
No, this is off.
Oh, yes. Okay.
I thought you said. I am. That's what I asked for.
Oh, I gotta change it by the class.
Yeah, it's like it's like 6. But no.
You want us to do 3?
No.
Let's go ahead and
Do the back.
yeah.
1 and 2 on the
Once
back.
you finish number 1 and 2 on the front, please flip over and do 4 and 5 on the back. So
You're so smart.
So you're looking for EC possibly, or you're looking for EH maybe? EC.
So that's 13. That's 13. That's C. So now it's going to be this is F. So it's going to be squared. Oh, I didn't know this.
There you go. There you go.
You know what I forgot to write?
So that means the sun hat is 12.6. So that means the FG is
Jaden, what number is that? What number is that?
25 versus
Yeah. I got it.
JM.
Mr. Bennett.
JM.
Mr. Bennett.
The JM to me looks like that's what the 14 for. Picture's kind of tough to tell.
How do you do it?
You'd have to use Pythagorean theorem. So once you've done 1 and 2 on the front, flip over to 4 and 5. You'll probably end up doing number 6 also. So yeah.
You come over to real quick. They're working and like. Look at this. Oh, okay. I got a lot. Honestly. Yeah. And I'm like, what?
Sorry. Is this a B or a C?
Well, it's a B.
Square root. adding in there too, and then you just do a screen to help. This is this is C. Yeah, so this is split it. It will be no.
Mr. Bennett, can I check and make sure I got these right on the first one?
No, yes. Wait, that's 13. Yeah, that side. See, wait, okay, that's 13. Oh, I didn't know.
Yeah, Thomas screwed up.
I know. I was about to tell y'all, but I heard nothing.
So did I get it right?
Check.
Check D.
I'll put number 2 up there in just a second, guys.
Oh, that's not a number. Can we do all the tops? Oh.
On the front, just do 22. Back, do 106.
It's not 17. No. See, because that's not. This is in the middle, right here. That's not. Alright, so 17. It's not the same. So it's gotta be 14. So it's just okay, yes. It's 16 on that side. That side.
Mr. Bennett.
Yeah, I was gonna say they are. Yeah, but that's not true. Right? Yeah. No, wait.
Mr. Bennett, was it 10.2? It's
A squared plus B squared. The C has to be
Ignore the difference.
so you just gotta do the square root of 105. And you do L.
all of that.
Oh, PK is that one, so 17 or just 17 times 17, which is 289 plus 64. Because the hypotenuse is the C squared every time.
Wait,
That's
but then
the
that's a
hypotenuse.
negative.
Okay, so you can do that. Does that make sense? Well, okay, so the hypotenuse.
This is not bisect. Speaking of bisect.
It does, but it bisects the end. Alright, so wait, that's the hypotenuse of this triangle right here. Right? And we have so that's a squared and 8 right there. And it's b squared. And then you just do 289 plus 64. That's a squared and then b squared.
Oh, you mean like
I'm just
How are you trying to find that?
Okay, so you can press out your.
I think PK might be, yeah, PK is wrong too.
Domain error. You're a domain error.
I don't know.
You're an error.
So wait, 50 and doing it like that.
Oh, but I can tell you that one, but no, I mean, all these are good. These are
Well,
Okay.
those are
So we just.
so okay.
Oh my gosh.
So,
Yeah, A, B, C.
no, so they have A, B, and we have C over there. We do all three.
Yes, specifically whenever we're they will.
64.
It doesn't give us any math.
Okay, I'll put number 2 up here so you can check yourself on the front.
How do you go for LO? LO for that one. That's gonna be for user. And then everyone for that A. That's A.
That's not, that's it.
Wait, do we even?
Like, I don't want to say something, that's all on.
That's something wrong.
Which one?
3 by 3. And then you do that minus.
You said you got one of them? You said you got one of them? Or you missed
12
both
for
of them?
GD. Oh, you done, yeah. My bad.
Oh, crap. It's been there. 17.
You use 3 and 13 for your Pythagorean.
Solved it.
Yes.
I only gotta check this.
That was what I found. I was trying to put other.
I see what you did.
Oh, wait. Oh, he moved on. So I never got LO. Oh, he is on. I got 10. It's like, what are you talking about? Because I saw this.
Because you're gonna. Are these close enough?
You don't need those. This is close enough.
Yeah.
See what I get there?
4 and 5.
1 through 6.
Like,
I was looking at it. Hold on just a second. No, you're good. Yes.
I just put
All right.
6.
You said on number 2, you're talking about the FH, right?
You want us to do 6? Say no. Just have us do the ring start on
You have to do the. We have homework.
Just the odds.
Pass it out.
That would be great.
Let me go.
Thank you, Soren.
Okay, so
Oh, I did.
So when we're talking about circumcenter, maybe I should make this clear enough. So when we're talking about circumcenter, it's equidistant from the vertices,
I was finding
not necessarily because. So you'd have to use Pythagorean theorem to find the h by using 7, okay, and by using 13. Because
Odds.
this right here, and this right here are all equal distance. But the perpendicular bisectors, not necessarily. Okay, sorry.
odds.
Yes, guys, on the homework, only the odds. Okay. Today is Thursday. Tomorrow you have an off day. That means these are not due until Tuesday. So you've got a lot of time. Oh, there you go. Only the odds, Soren.
Only the odds.
Only the odds.
So all the
Way to go, Soren.
For this top part, do we still just only get the odds?
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine.
Okay. That's for the word I'm not for.
Okay.
Yeah.
39 minus 9 is 30, which is 5.
So, because we're talking circumcenter,
Right.
okay, we can't assume that these are perpendicular bisectors because it's circumcenter. Well, we can't. They are perpendicular bisectors. What I mean is we can't assume that they are all the same because the circumcenter is only equidistant from the angles.
I
Okay,
see.
and that's where they kind of get mixed up because circumcenter is made up of perpendicular bisectors. Okay, which means they're equidistant from all the angles, whereas incenter is bisecting the angles, but all the perpendicular bisectors are equidistant. So it's kind of flipping. Okay, so if we're looking for, so which one specifically did we? Okay, so like if we're looking at FD, you want to get this side, you would want to use 13 for your angle bisector, because in circumcenter, all of the vertices, not this one, and this one are all equidistant. So they're all the same. All the ones that are coming from the vertices, so all the ones that are cutting an angle. So that one should be 13, 3, and then you can go from there.
Okay, so I did 13. And 9 and
It should be 169. Yeah, it's okay.
that's why we don't match them.
All right, guys, I'll put number 4 up there. Yikes.
It's gonna be a long day for you. It's all right.
That was so.
Let's watch our language, please. Nothing is that serious in this class.
It's a quarter.
My suggestion, though, is if you have a problem with me, you need to come talk to me and not lash out aggressively. Okay, number 4 is 8, B is 17, C is PK, D is LO, which is 10.2, 5 is 12, PG is 13.4, 35, and then 6.
You're supposed to add that in.
That's a negative.
Yeah, what's up? Yeah. So this is where I see the disconnect happening. Okay, so with circumcenter, you can't assume that this is both a circumcenter and an incenter. If it was, then all of these would be equidistant and these would be equidistant. But that's not necessarily the case. Okay. On circumcenter, only the vertices, which means all of which means the lines coming from your angles are the ones that are congruent to each other. But we can't assume that this, and this are the same because it's not an in-center. If it's an in-center,